Welcome to the Tone Jerks Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got...
Kyle McIntyre.
Kyle McIntyre.
That's me.
It's me, Kyle McIntyre.
Kyle Michelob. It's me, Kyle Michelob.
Michelob Ultra.
That's my new intro.
Michelob Ultra sucks.
I never had Ultra.
Really? Didn't we have what was the Michelob? I think we've had Michelob Ultra.
Okay, probably.
It's like really
super watery.
Yes. Oh my God. When people say natural light is Bud Light, that's watered down. No, Michelob Ultra is watered down.
Michelob Ultra is the was it LaCroix of beer? It's brewed in the same warehouse.
LaCroix.
LaCroix.
Yeah, it's like water that's been next to beer.
Essence of beer.
All right. So we're done with NAMM. I think we had a hell of a NAMM week.
We'll try not to talk about it.
Yeah. But. Kyle, what's new in your world? What is shaking? What is grooving? What is good?
All right. So, walking around Home Depot, spotted some paint that I really want. That I was like, oh, those are some cool color combos. I was like, I'm doing it. I'm gonna fucking strip my telly, the white telly down, and I'm gonna paint it. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But as far as it is now, the color combo is like a metallic pink, almost like
they call it champagne pink.
Yeah, but it's like a lighter version of like burgundy mist, I guess, or it's still metallic-y.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Do that, and then like a vintage teal kind of color over it.
Yeah.
And then maybe sand through and
try and relic it yourself.
Yeah, whatever. We'll see. We'll see how shitty it turns out. But
so you got to strip the paint off the old one, which is like
thick. I've talked about it. It's like thick with 3 C's.
Yeah. It's like 2 layers at least of like that.
At least 3.
Yeah.
It's got a violet, a red, and then the white.
You're turning violet.
So, yeah, probably, I don't know about sanding. I'm going to try using the heat gun and see what...
Yeah, I'm sure, heat gun is the way to go. You're not going to sand through that. That's going to be a bitch.
Yeah.
You're probably going to have to sand after the heat gun after you get all that off.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is with most guitars is they do it like a sealer.
Yeah.
So I might have to do a chemical remover.
Okay.
At the end of it. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. I don't need to go down all the way.
What would you do for that? What's a chemical that you would use to get that off?
Oh, you could use like a paint stripper. But that was if I wanted to stain it or something. But I'm just going to be painting, so I can just leave it on there.
Probably just leave it. Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll see. I don't even know if I'll do a primer so I can see the wood if I sand through it.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? I think what inspired me was seeing that Fano bass.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's sick with the pink and then the white over top of it. I was like, oh man, that's really cool.
Yeah, the color over color is pretty cool.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna try to do that and see how it works. I know Fender Custom Shop does like weird stuff where they like have
floral and then something over
or like
it.
Paisley and then
that's what I meant. Yeah, Paisley.
Yeah, but what I've noticed, I think someone's talking about it in one of the groups, is they have like patterns for the actual for the relic. They have like select patterns for relics, which is weird. So I don't know if I'm gonna tape certain spots and then so I can show more pink and then sand through it to kind of feather in the pink undertone. I don't know. Well, this is gonna be a fun.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, I guess that makes sense for relics. I don't know if they're doing them and producing them.
Yeah.
On a mass scale, or even just more than one. They might want to have some sort of templates.
I think they have templates for those.
I don't know. I would. That is really interesting because I think about that and I think of like Novo guitars. Those are really cool. I look on Instagram. They have really cool ones. A lot cooler than the ones
super
that
unique
they brought to NAMM. Those are kind of boring. But
that is true.
The ones that they have on Instagram are really cool.
Well, what's weird is that Novo didn't really have a booth.
It was Novo and Revolta.
But Revolta, okay, I guess.
It was more Revolta.
Revolta there was only like 2 or 3 guitars there.
Yeah.
And there was like 6 or 7. So it just seemed like it was more Revoltas.
Yeah, because probably they're cheaper and they're easier to.
Well, and then like I think Novos are like
$4,000 a piece.
Yeah, and I don't think they're made to order, but I think maybe they sold. I don't know. It could have been something where they sold through a lot of their stock.
Yeah,
because I always see on their page they're always making guitars.
Yeah,
but they could be custom.
Possibly. It was just I was thinking of like because I see on their page, I'm like, man, that one looks sick. And the ones that we saw, I'm like,
Oh, you got blue and green. Yeah. They weren't that bad.
No, they weren't bad, but they were like
I like the raised grain on them, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it kind of splits the paint up a little bit and has texture.
They pine.
I don't know, but they're doing something right.
Yeah, they're doing really cool stuff.
They're getting my attention.
But yeah, no, that's cool. That's a little inspiration there.
Yeah, and that leads me to my Tele pickup search.
Yes.
I think I'm over the 59, little 59 that's in the bridge.
It's a humbucker. So it's a humbucker sized Tele pickup.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of over it.
Duncan, yeah, because
I have humbuckers in other guitars.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have single coils except for the P90.
Yeah, but that's a different beast.
Yeah. But it'd be nice to go back to Tele,
an actual Tele setup.
So I'm kind of like, I'm in my research phase. I'm in my search. I don't know. You have any suggestions?
I would say low output and single coils. Don't. You already kind of thinking that. Mm-hmm. Don't go with humbucker sized single coils,
or like, was it the Seymour Duncan Alnico, the crazy like heavy?
Oh, they have the ones with like the really
big ass studs,
big ass slugs in there,
slugs.
So that they're like, okay, I don't know. I'm super into the low output, so go vintage for sure. Probably something that's like 6K or under.
Okay.
I would say you can go Seymour Duncan, but I mean, even just like people that we know, Brandon Wound, Sonic pickups. I was looking at Sonic pickups for Strat and Jazzmaster ones. He does low output. I think they were the Strat pickups. I was looking at them. They were like about 6K. I don't know. I'm sure he does something similar for Tele.
I think so.
Didn't really look at Tele ones because I don't have a Tele. But Jazzmaster and I think the Bygone series.
Yeah,
that would be cool. And Brandon Wound, we know they both do really cool stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly haven't been looking at Tele, but I'm like, say they both could do something for you.
Also, Porter does pickups.
Oh yeah, we saw them.
Mojo.
I've never seen or played Mojo in the flesh, only on Instagram, really. But we saw Porter. I was more blown away by their guitars than the pickups. Even though, like, oh yeah, they do the Portatrons, I think, which are like their take on the Filtertrons, which are really cool. I saw a video of Rhett Shull doing a replacement of like in his actual Gretsch. He has like a Gretsch, legit one that he replaced the pickups in there with
nice
Filtertrons with the
Portatrons.
Yeah,
nice.
Or are they Lawlertrons? Now I say that. either way,
some trons of some sort.
Some trons of some sort.
That's another one, I guess. Lawler.
Yeah, Lawler. So, but yeah, I'd probably look at people that we know, Sonic or Brandon Wild, something like that. But
people that have gone out of their way to meet us.
Yeah. But no, I would definitely suggest vintage low output.
Okay.
Because man, I'm all about it, dude. I just going with that low output humbucker is the way to go. Everything sounds good with that. It's I'm ruined. It's ruined me.
Spoiled your dinner.
Yeah. I think it's funny because you would think different for bass, but like bass, I love like hot pickups because it's just like I'm basically just going straight into
you're cooking
the amp, basically.
Yeah.
Like I guess you have like a compressor, a drive, and a DI. Yeah. That's it. We've toyed with effects on bass. Fuck that. We're just gonna go back to compressor, drive. That's it.
we almost had it.
Yeah, I think we're
it's all me. It's all me.
We were just Icarusing out too hard, man. We're too close.
I'm glad my analogy still works for that. I Icarus. I got too close to the sun.
We just Icarused out with we're just like like that tree that's growing. Oh, there's the sunlight. We're growing out, and boom, lightning struck us. We fell too far.
So that should be fun. Just
Tower of Babel is not another one. Getting too close to God. Fuck.
With bass effects.
With bass.
Fuck. Sounds so
Once
stupid.
you pull it back, you're like, you fucking
so
idiot.
full of yourself.
You're getting there.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and do that.
If that worked out, we would transcend our bodies. The one show in the basement of a brewery.
Yeah.
This is where it all went down. God just was like, Not today, bitch.
So yeah,
anyway,
looking for pickups.
That's
work
what we're
on the
talking
guitar. I think I'll do that this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I don't know. I might just like put the spray paint up with the rest of my 100 cans. Like, looks good up there. Got to keep that shelf in place.
Yeah, that shelf. Those shelves don't look very sturdy.
They are very sturdy.
Okay.
I put them up myself.
Yep. Myself.
I bought a case for the grabber.
Gotcha.
So it's fun, looking for a case for a different shape base than like than the P's or the J's.
Yeah.
And the B's.
Yeah. We got my J's and my B's. And
P's and the J's and the B's, juggling them.
The PJs.
It's different. It's like everything fucking fits a P and a J.
Yeah.
But these are wider.
Mm-hmm.
They are not as, I guess the headstock is at a different angle. It's nothing's like the same. The actual width of like the tuners, because it's 2 and 2,
yeah,
and nothing is the same, and so it's not going to fit obviously a fender case or even like, and the only other option would be like, oh, fucking go get a fucking coffin case.
Fuck
that
coffin case. Those are so dumb,
so played out,
so played. But I mean, I remember thinking as a kid, even then, that they were dumb.
And they're still around. And here's a NAMM drop. But like we walked past like the coffin case booth at NAMM, and they only had like a small section of, because they're part of a bigger company. But this small section of this booth, but there was like, I don't know, 25 goth kids hanging around.
Yeah.
I say kids, these are fucking adults.
Yeah.
Hanging around the coffin case, and only that corner where the cases are. It's like, why? Is this like Circle K parking lot?
Indoor kids?
Yes. It's Circle K parking lot, like on a Friday night,
waiting
before curfew hits. Like, what's
waiting
up?
For like Fieldy to come by and like do a signing, probably.
Yeah. What the fuck? Boom. Anyways, so I got a Gator case.
Mm-hmm.
So it's meant to fit a. They might have brought it up before, but it's meant to fit an Explorer guitar.
Yes, but they do fit.
They should fit, and I've searched like
a couple forums,
4 different forums. I'm like, looking through them. Okay, everyone seems to think that it's the like GWE case from Gator.
Hard case.
Yeah, it's a wood. It's, I think, the Gator. So GW wood and E Explorer. So or Extreme.
Okay.
So it's GWE Extreme. So radical, dude. But I think they still almost don't fit, because like the headstock comes in like
just
barely, because it's a bass, right?
Just right.
So
all right,
we'll see.
Keep fingers crossed. Keep that receipt, and we'll see.
We'll see. I bought it on Reverb.
All right.
So free shipping.
Yeah.
And it was like the cheapest case.
And it'll cost you $30 to ship it back.
Yeah, exactly. Should have just bought it. Or I couldn't find anyone locally that had it, because it's like a random case.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe Guitar Center could have ordered it for you.
I guess.
Yeah. You could just give it back to them if it doesn't work.
It's like, sorry, this is trash.
Sorry.
No, it's not trash. We'll see. And,
I'm sure it'll.
I'm not gonna be gigging with. Well, I might gig with it. Who knows?
Yeah. But it's cool
that
enough
way
bass
it can go out
you don't
on
want to.
stage.
Yeah, you don't want to just bring it. Right now, you don't have anything.
I have it just sitting in a stand, and I don't like it. I don't like it just like someone's gonna knock this over, or it's collecting moisture, or whatever. I mean, it came from Florida, so I think it's probably used to floods. This thing's probably been in a couple of floods.
a couple gators. Gator case for the gator. Gator bass. Got it.
Well, it's not from Florida, Brian. Yeah. Just lived there for a little bit. Okay, so that's a shitty joke. That's a shit joke. So, I don't know if I mentioned before, but I'm not a podcast guy. I don't really listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
But I started listening to like ones that aren't like music, like not like gear related.
Yeah.
I do listen to those.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, here's your murder mystery one. Oh shit. No. So I started listening to one called Disgraceland.
Okay.
Have you heard of it before?
I have not.
I had a friend suggest it to me, and it's about like I've only listened to a couple episodes, but it's like rock and roll, like the dark secrets of rock and roll.
Okay.
So I started listening on about the Beach Boys.
Okay.
I was like, what do they have on the Beach Boys?
Oh yeah, give it to me.
Oh yeah. It turns out like, at least if I believe this guy, that like, one of the brothers like was like friends with Charles Manson.
Oh.
And like he bought a song from Charles Manson, bought the rights to it and made it his own and changed it and released as a Beach Boys song.
Oh yeah?
So I'm like, shit. Like, that's fucking weird.
Make you go back and listen to that.
Yeah, I listened to the song. I'm like, this song's pretty shitty. They tried to work their magic still on it and like change things and change the name of the song and adding bridges and all this stuff, and it's still like a B-side. You're like, okay.
Money well spent, guys.
Yeah, no, I think he bought it. He paid him like $100,000 for it at the time in like '68 or something.
What a waste.
I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's just like stuff like that. So I'm just a couple episodes in, but I don't know. That's just, like I said, I really listen to music.
Is it like a comedy take, or is it just information?
No, the guy, and I might be kind of over it, but the guy kind of does like theatrical, and then like, he talks like he's reading a novel.
Yeah,
almost like you're getting like the I don't know, like what's that? Audible.com.
Yeah.
Reading, but he's written it out and he's right. Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've listened to a little bit of like hardcore history.
Yeah.
And again.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
They didn't know what was coming for them.
Exactly. And little did they know. I'm like, okay, skip it. I just want the facts.
Give me the facts, Jack.
Just the facts, sir.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, that's one. Disgraceland, which is, the name kind of, usually when people suggest, you should listen to this murder mystery podcast. I'm like,
wrong.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, no. I'm not built for those. I'm like, that ain't me.
I want to listen to the Rad Dude Cast.
That ain't me, baby. Yeah. So I'm like, oh shit, okay. I start scrolling. I'm like, all right, let's listen to the Beach Boys one, see what's going on. What do they have on the Beach Boys?
Yeah.
Come on. I'm like, oh shit.
Got some dirt on them.
That's fucking kind of nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my what's new. What do you got?
Let's see. I sold
your soul.
No. I sold something while we were like on our way back from NAMM, which I thought was kind of cool. So on OfferUp, I sold it the next day. So on our way back from
how'd you do that
NAMM,
on the way back?
I had something listed on OfferUp for months. And it's just something that I just left there. Whatever. I didn't want to ship it because shipping would cost like $13. And what I want to sell it for is about $30, $35. So I'm like,
like half of it.
Yeah. To be like, hey, to actually pay for the shipping to get this thing out.
Yeah.
So I had another one of those Audix cab grabbers. I didn't need to sell it. I really don't need it. It's just been in a drawer.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it's not like taking up a shitload of space or something.
No, I bought 2 years ago. And I was using one on a cab that I had for recording. I would always just leave it in a closet.
Yeah.
And I would just hook up a speaker cab to it, a head, and the mic was always on it, just to kind of make it quicker for recording. And now I'm just using a Fractal or my 2 Notes. So I don't have no need for it. And I don't even have a cab to mic. So I'm like, I don't need this thing, whatever. But I do not want to like just give it away. So I've had it on OfferUp, and I was kind of trying to sell it on Craigslist, blah, blah, blah. The offer or the post would expire on Craigslist. I'm like, fuck, whatever. And then we were like on our way back from Anaheim, and I was like, offer $35. Yes.
Local?
Yep.
Nice.
And the guy, like, he met me up, and I was like, cool. He's like, perfect. $35. I'm like, yes. And can you meet up at a Vaughn's? I don't want people coming where I live.
Not since the last incident.
Or not since that, like, I don't know, that like with the whole cab thing, trying to give it away, and that, like, that weird guy, it's just like, nothing has been super weird, but it's just like,
what if?
Yeah. It's just like, I don't want people coming where I live. And I just, okay. Or even knowing where I live. So I'm like, okay, cool. Can you meet up at this Vaughn's? It's like right, pretty big cross section of streets. And he's like, sure. Because he was kind of lived in the same area. And he's like, cool, can you meet there? He's like, yep, that's perfect. And then, because I needed to go shopping anyways, he met me up there right on time. Cool. He gave me the cash. He's like, cool. He's like, seems to be the spot that everybody wants to meet up. I'm like, cool, I don't care. All right, bye. And then super easy. OfferUp is great when it works. You also like either works really well or you get low balls.
When I search shit, it looks just like a bunch of trash to me.
Because it's everything. It makes it super easy to buy stuff on there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like Craigslist, the way it classifies things.
Well, no, because you can do keyword searches.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I did buy something. I think I mentioned it. I don't know if I mentioned it on the main episode or I bought an anime figure. I bought Yo from Love Live Sunshine.
What's her last name? Is it Holmes?
Close.
Go Holmes. Smell you later.
Yeah. So I was like, cool. I'm like, it arrived on time. It was super easy shipping and everything. I'm like, it was easy. OfferUp is pretty cool, but it's also, like you said, it's available to really everybody. That's the difference between Reverb and OfferUp. Reverb is only musicians, so that's a good and a bad thing.
Yeah,
because you can't.
Price is determined by Reverb now on a lot of things,
or price is determined by people who want to buy it, which is like with everything else. Like people, I don't know, you might not get a good deal on something, or you also you deal with musicians who are a lot of times are assholes.
Yeah.
And then, whereas like on OfferUp, you deal with just people who just want to get rid of shit or buy shit. Like I sold those weights. Some guy just wanted these. Cool.
Yeah.
Here's money. Buy. That's it. They don't care. They don't want to chinwag with you.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about your life. They want the thing that you're selling. You want the thing that they're selling. Cool. Let's, just make this a transaction, which I think is kind of cool.
Let's just offer this up.
Which is also different because you get everybody who's just offering you, just dicking you down. Like always. Like, for fuck's sake, I was selling a guitar.
They call it dickering, right? That's actually, it's not just like dicking, they call it dickering.
You're gonna dick me down.
It's like a Rhode Island thing.
Okay.
It's like I think it's like a New England thing.
A dickering down.
Dickering. That's what they call, so they call making a deal. Dickering.
All right.
Cool.
Well, I got the tire kickers, the tire dickers. Always. I was I was trying to sell a guitar on there, and somebody was like, okay, I had it for $1,300.
How are the strings on this thing?
I got offers for $300 to $400.
Oh my
or less.
God.
I'm like, oh, can I trade you this fucking PV practice amp and $100? No, good God. So I think maybe the higher ticket items, maybe you don't want to sell on OfferUp. And I've seen people, I think I've seen on 60 Cycle, Ryan has been trying to sell. Tries to sell stuff on Reverb and also on OfferUp for guitar pedals, guitars, whatever. He's like, what's with these offers? Golf clubs? I guess that's they're
just guessing that you're
the spirit of the app. Golf clubs for a guitar. Golf clubs. I'm like, shooters shoot, dude.
Shooter
shoot.
McGavin.
Yeah, shooters. Yeah, there you go. So, anyways, that's one thing. And I was kind of to have a little bit of cash, bada bing, bada boom. Really easy. I like that. That's kind of fun. So I would say try OfferUp.
Walking around money.
Yeah, I like a little casual. I bought a pedal that I probably shouldn't have, but I really, really wanted.
You sound like me.
I yet again, I'm like, why did I buy this? I don't know. Because it's mini. So I bought a mini pedal. Another one. Of course, you guys could probably think no shit. Either it's some fucking waifu on there or it's mini. Oh, God. If you had a mini pedal that had a waifu on it, Jesus Christ.
But then you couldn't see it.
Oh, well.
Couldn't admire it.
Yeah. I bought a Snous. I don't know the name.
Where are they from?
I think they're... Next question.
Your eyebrows? Oh, shit.
I don't know. I think they're U.S., but Snous, it's a black box, and it's the guy pretty much does blues breakers. Those are his pedal that he only does at the moment.
I thought they were doing metals or metal zone, not zones. No,
you're thinking of Decibelix.
Sure,
which is another one.
I don't know.
Decibelix does the heavy HM2.
Okay,
they do the HM2 Mini, which I do want one of those, but they are not a U.S. company. And their shipping is pretty good up there, and then the pedals are pretty up there. So combined is we're looking at $180 here.
Oh wow! Don't break the bank,
or maybe more. But either way, it wasn't this could be a throwaway kind of thing. It's oh fuck, this is an investment for probably
I really want
not
this.
good sounding HM2.
Yeah,
HM2s. I don't know. They're not very they're not meant to sound that appealing. They're meant to be chainsaw to your face. How often would I use that? Probably not a lot.
Chainsaw to your face.
Right in the nose. So I bought it on Reverb, and I have like, I guess, a search setting saved for like the Snouse black box, I guess is my whatever. So I had an alert. I'm like, oh, this new, because I only want the mini, just because it's mini. And I'm like, that's the only thing. It was a limited time thing, and I just didn't jump on it years ago, probably 2018. For Christmas, around Christmas time. It's like, Christmas time is always tight. I never bought it. He did a limited run. Never doing it again. And he posted on Instagram saying, hey, because I'm sure he's got on his Reverb Snouse, because he's the owner of the company, on his Instagram. He's like, hey, there's a mini black box on here. It's like, I will still do those, but for like 160, 170 bucks or whatever. And then, I don't know, 9-week turnaround time.
Oh, dang.
Or you can just buy this one that's for sale. It's a pretty good price. And so I was like, sold! Bought it right away.
That's cool. I like that when the seller
he's like,
just wants his shit out there being played,
Yeah. So I got
obviously the guy selling it doesn't want it anymore.
Yeah, it's great. It has volume, tone, gain, easy to dial in. Yeah, I really dig it so far. It's a blues breaker. Sounds great. It sounds like a blues breaker. And I've said it and I say it again. Blues breaker with Riot.
You got your mini pedal.
Way to go.
Your mini Riot.
Mini Riot with that thing. It's so cool. I'm really into that. And then I'm just dying in blues breakers over here. Drowning in them.
Snousy Riot.
Yeah, I'm really digging it. It's a pretty good price for. It was like 130 shipped, I guess. So I guess that's not a good price.
Well, that's fine. And you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to wait 9 weeks. And
but it's like a handmade pedal. I'm just telling myself it was a good deal because I've wanted it for a while. I've wanted it since he had it for sale.
It's not always about the deal, dude.
Yeah,
it's always about
a deal hound.
Yeah,
you're the deal hound.
No,
I'm not a deal hound.
I mean, I can walk away. I know when to walk away, but then I come right back.
They're out of the deal. You fight. So that's kind of my gear thing. I was kind of like, I'm going to buy it. I should have probably spent money on other things, but hey, we're all works of progress here. We're all works of progress.
My insurance is coming up, but I'm gonna buy this.
I don't need to pay for my insurance for my car there. But let's see. Another kind of non-gear related what's new is I saw a movie. Went to the theater.
All right. The theater.
I went to go see
crocodile alligator.
Interior crocodile alligator.
I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
I saw Weathering with You. It's Makoto Shinkai, the director writer from Your Name.
Yeah.
He has a new movie out, which is like the same, basically like production company animating it, same actual like band to do the whole score of the movie and like the theme and everything, like, and to like do all the music for it. And so like animation, direction, all writing is all the same. The script from the same, people who did Your Name.
When did you do this?
I saw it the day before we went to NAMM.
Oh, okay.
So I went to fan screening preview. And so you get to go like early, and then you get to go when they have like, little snippet of the director doing interviews and stuff like that. It was fun. I went to go see with a friend, Jen. We went to go see it. It was really cool. So I highly suggest, movie of the year already. That's my call. Movie of the year.
Only like 24 days in.
Yeah.
Movie of the year, I'm calling it.
I think it came out last year in Japan, but it was actually released in North America now. So it's in theaters here. I suggest everybody go see it. But it's funny that this last week, you and Johnny messaged me separately. On maybe like Johnny messaged me the night before and you messaged me the next morning. Like, have you ever seen that movie Weathering with You? Would you want to see it? I'm like, to both of you, I'm like, I saw it before it was like it was released on the fan preview day. I'm like, okay,
what's going on in my life?
And I said, I want to see it again.
Yeah.
when I left, I was like, oh yeah, because you had said like, oh, you saw. I don't know where you saw it.
Well, I'll tell you, our fucking Instagram is blown up by fucking anime, and I was like, oh shit, like it shows like a little snippet, and it's like really well done, and then I saw from the makers of Your Name. I'm like, all right, fine.
Yeah, well, because you saw Your Name and you dug it. It was like, oh, this is anime, but it's like a good movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I don't know how Johnny saw it, but we
didn't talk. Yeah. I didn't know.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting that you guys both said the same thing. And I was like,
we know an asshole who likes this shit. Maybe we just want to hang out. Yeah, did you ever think about that?
Would this be a good? Is this a good?
It doesn't always have to be about anime.
Do you think this would be a good movie to see? I'm like, yes, it would be. I'll see it again. As I said that to Johnny, and you said, like, yes, it's a great movie. I'll see it again.
Just copy and paste.
Yeah, but I think I'll just to promote the movie a little bit. Not that we have anything to do with that, but I think people should see it. Support anime in theaters in North America. I'll put a link to the
dub trailer.
Yeah, the dub trailer. I saw it dubbed and I liked it a lot. They're really good. Anyway, we're getting off track here. Let's get to some topics.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so this is might be a quick one or whatever. So this is something that I saw when I was on Reddit.
Surfing the dark web there.
Yeah. So somebody had posted like a title, and then somebody reposted it making fun of the original post in Guitar Pedals Circle Jerk. So it's like that whole subreddit is basically making fun of
just make fun of people.
Yeah, like,
and everyone jumps in on it.
Fender Telecaster Boost Junior into Metal Zone equals tones. Like tones with how we spell it, like TOANZ.
Tones.
Boost Junior. So like somebody like had posted something. It's like, oh, the original post had like, oh, does anybody else have OCD? Like which what I say is like, where they hate when you have the same pedal company's pedal on your pedal board. So it's like two MXRs.
More than one.
Yeah. 2 MXRs, 2 bosses or whatever. But I'm
already offended. Keep going.
Their pedal board looked like shit. Nothing, like, it looked like no pedals were completely stuck down on this board. Like, things were crooked. They had a really crappy, like, cable lining where it's like maybe they used like a 12-inch cable to put pedals that were right next to each other. And you're like, okay.
And this is a troll post?
Yeah. So somebody's like, is this a fucking, like, it's like, what the hell is up with this guy? Does anybody else OCD? I'm like, it's just. So it just made me think of, like, do you ever look at a gear post or people's pictures in Facebook or on Reddit or whatever? You're like, does anything like bug you? To me, we mentioned that back in episode 9 of the podcast, and it's still for my own boards, just for me, only for me. It doesn't bug me seeing it
for you.
For me, on anybody else's board, it doesn't bug me, but for my own, I don't like having the same company's pedal. So on my pedal board,
you're saying you can't have the Riot and then like the Shiba?
I wouldn't.
You can't have that.
I wouldn't do that. So
you're dumb.
Eventually, I'm gonna.
You are dumb.
Eventually, I'm gonna actually make, and I've pieced it together a couple times, but I've ripped it apart. Actually, going to make that mini pedal board, and I like to have a light drive going into the Riot, the Sir Riot, mini Riot, and I have a lot. I have the Tube Screamer. I have the Wampler. Tumnus.
Sorry.
Yeah, I got the black box. I have like the just JSA, just some audio.
What about the delay?
And then
because you have an Ibanez delay.
I do, but I also have an MXR.
Okay,
carbon copy.
That's right.
And this is where the dilemma is I have the carbon copy mini and the Phase 95, which is the mini Phase 90. And like, God,
I have plenty of paint here. If you want to
damn it. And then I'm like, okay, I'm like, well, I got the reverb, which is a Wampler's like spring reverb mini.
Oh,
and then I also have the Tumnus. So okay, I just won't put the Tumnus on. I'll put one of the other light drives, but the delay, I'm like, oh, shit.
But then you have Ibanez. You have the 2 Ibanez minis.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, maybe I could put the Ibanez. And then so I'm like, why does this bug me? Why am I like this?
I don't know.
But anybody else's, I would, and just for a fucking gimmicky board that I would like to bust out every once in a while at practice. Or
but
whatever.
then with the reverb, you could use the supermoon that you have. So you put that on there. So you don't have to worry about the
I just was thinking about
faux spring
delay. Yeah, and then I got the supermoon mini, which is really cool. I don't know. I'm just like,
yeah, this is not a real problem.
No, this is not even a first world problem. This is a made up in my own make believe world problem.
Jesus Christ!
See, now you're trying to help me justify it. Like, yeah, you could do this. We could do a workaround.
I've reached a dead end in my own logic. I'm like, well. I don't feel comfortable in this room anymore with you.
I gotta go. I'm going crazy.
Fucking freak.
But okay, on other people's boards, it's like looks good on you though.
Yeah.
It doesn't bug me.
All right, well, that's good.
Do you ever see like okay?
I'm glad we're still friends then.
Like okay, crooked pedals or pedals that are like I'll see it all the time where I see like people who have huge ass boards like and they're like they're touring bands and big bands like I see either on like Premier Guitar or even when you go see a show. These boards are huge and their pedals just aren't even like they're barely stuck on. It's like they have like two of the hooks, like only two hooks of like the whole hook and loop thing that are actually hooked in.
It's like two threads holding it on.
Yeah. A wind could just like and take that pedal away.
Oh yeah. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's how life works.
Oh, so
somebody shuts the door and it floats away.
Like a leaf or a fucking feather. Oh, grab it.
It's like Forrest Gump and floats away.
Yeah. It's a good movie, though.
I love that movie. People say they hate it because it's like, it doesn't make sense. There's so many holes in this fucking film. How does this guy go everywhere? I'm like...
He represents everyone.
Yeah.
That's it.
How is he at the right place at the right time for every scenario? I hate this movie. Your mama sure cares about your education, boy.
No, she didn't. He should have gone to the proper school.
He should have gone to the proper schooling. Well, no, because it worked out. Because he went to football, college, or he got to college for football. That's how I should have said it. And then he went to meet the president.
Yeah, he went to NAM.
Yeah, he did go to NAM before any of us did. Oh, we're talking about NAM again.
All
so,
right.
I mean, then he got the Apple company. Oh, guys,
I thought we were going to go back. Like, let's get back on topic
back
here.
To,
anyways, Lieutenant Dan eventually.
You ain't got no legs.
Damn, it's so stupid.
A whole bunch of Jenny. Oh, we need to stop. Okay.
Jenny.
What we're talking about? Okay, so that kind of bugs me a little bit of like seeing pedals that are just so messy on their board, and maybe even just like a whole huge pedal board for very few pedals. That bugs me. That does bug me. Like, okay, you got like a PT Pro, PT3 size board, and you got like 6 pedals on there. What the fuck?
It's a lot of elbow room.
Why? I understand like there's room for growth, but I'm like, you're wasting so much space, and like in a van that space is premium. Totally.
Okay. The first thing I think that bugs me is like when I see a board.
You're not even gonna say anything about that, like
what?
Like the space on the board, nothing.
I mean,
okay, fine. You're steamrolling past.
No.
I give you gold.
You were giving examples. Now you're gonna let me talk, and we can go back to that if you want.
Okay, yeah,
but we're not going.
I like that. Okay. Just make me feel like
this is my train now. I'm conducting this shit.
Steamrolling past that.
No, okay, I get your space thing. Okay, utilize it correctly.
Exactly. That's all I wanted. Thank you.
Thank God we got that under control.
That's all it takes for me to be satisfied. Thank you.
Thank you for acknowledging
me.
I don't like it when I see those like cables from like the 80s, like the patch cables that are like the molded plastic,
like the colored, like
yes, like the yellows, the greens, and which is fine. That's not the color that bugs me. It's like I just picture they look
cheap.
They look cheap, and they look old.
Are cheap,
and they're like they're like the rubber. It's like molded with the like.
Yes.
It's like
I don't remember the brand, but I see those
break
all the time. But I'm like, why would you get those?
Those are going to break, sir. Yeah. Excuse me. Those are going to break right now. They could break any moment.
Yeah. I totally see. I see a lot of live wire cables on Premier Guitar, like rig rundowns and stuff like that, which is totally fine because live wire cables aren't the best or really that good.
But they are.
But you can repair them if you wanted to. But you can just take them into Guitar Center and they're like, these are broken. Hey guys, here you go.
Yeah, and
that's exactly what the transaction would sound like.
If you're touring, there's a Guitar Center, I guarantee, in the city that you're playing.
Yeah,
at least in the state, or you're gonna drive past one.
Yeah, on the way to the next, I'm sure you're gonna be pretty close.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
So that's why I think I see a lot of live wire cables because they're like, oh yeah, oh that broke. Okay, well fuck it. I bought like a pack of like. I bought a couple 3-packs, so I'll replace that. And the next time we go to a Guitar Center, I just get a new one. And yeah.
Does it bug you if like the pedals aren't like really close together?
No. Does that bug? Yeah.
No, not really.
Like utilizing space.
Well, if it's like, sometimes you have to set your pedals offset. Does that bug you? Where like, because the cables are in the same spot.
Oh, that's kind of what I'm doing with my mini pedals
to, like,
when I put them super close.
Yeah. Which is fine.
I have the George L's on those, and I have to get them all to get 7 to fit on a Nano Plus. I can get 7 mini pedals. They have to be like kind of a little offset of each other.
Yeah,
and that kind of was like doesn't bug me. I just want them all squished in.
Does it bug you? This is just like me asking you questions.
Yeah.
Does it bug you when there's like one at 90 degrees or like perpendicular?
No, if there's a purpose for it, but if it like to me. I want it to be a full 90 degrees or at like,
straight
up and down or 90 degrees of that. Because when I see the ones that are just kind of like, almost like we did, you remember that ball, like it had a Velcro on it and you would stick it to like a game? That's what it looks like with some of these pedals that they put Velcro on their pedal and just kind of like.
You have the pad, the tennis ball that sticks.
Yeah, or there would be like a Velcro, like the hook and loop. Like with the,
it's, in Blank Check when he jumps on the trampoline and sticks to the wall.
Yeah, it's like that. It's almost like they did that with their fucking pedals. And it's like they've kind of
Jesus Christ. The eagle has landed.
Underhand throwing. Sinbad was in Blank Check, right?
I don't think so.
He was the next kid.
Yes, he was the next kid.
I just
it was some other guy in
Blank Check.
Yeah.
I barely remember that movie, but I remember it was sick because he had a McDonald's in his house. It was like, oh my God, $1 million, you can get a fucking shitty ass burger.
I think I watched it like a couple years ago, and like the video game like things he's playing are just like really shitty animations. They're not a game at all.
Yeah.
But as a kid, you're like, that's a fucking video game.
Oh my God, that's a game. We have made it.
Someone like animated on like MS-DOS.
Yeah.
Like put it in there.
I need to see that again.
Like, several million lines of code. And then it's like looks like shit still.
Yeah. Or maybe I don't.
Bellissimo.
These underpaid animators got fucked over, and it still did a shitty product.
Yeah, it's still in the night. Well, I don't know. It sold me on it. I was like, that kid's like virtual reality.
Damn, that kid is.
He's like shooting. I think he's got like the mask and he's just shooting. It's like that's not a game. Like looking back, like. That's like, it looks like a screensaver, the guy's playing. That's exactly what it looked like.
Fuck.
Fuck, what were we talking about?
Yeah, things that bug you on people's posts, pedals and stuff.
Besides their bare ass feet,
oh, that's the worst. And people, I love that people have been like in Pedal Boards of Doom have just been like trolling with that and just getting the nastiest looking feet, or like people who have like extra toes, or like their middle toe is like the big toe. And stuff like that. Because Christ, why? And I've seen it on people who post like guitars and shit like that.
Like builders.
Builders who make guitars with your fucking bare ass, nasty feet. Jesus Christ.
Fucking mangled toes like you.
God damn. It's like you fucking
dropped an anvil.
Took the belt sander and took it to your goddamn feet there. Why don't you do that for the fucking toenails? Jesus Christ. It's like, what are you doing? Put a fucking pair of sneaks on. Go to Payless. Some of those shoes are like $10.
Is Payless still a thing?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm a bitch.
I'm a bitch
in my world, it is.
In Bobby's world. In Brian's world.
We've tried. You've made that reference before. I'm still like, that must be the theme song.
Yeah, in my head it is. Yeah. It's just I start driving around in a trike
Are you this is more questions for you, but like, like the Schmidt array boards where there's pedals underneath. Does that bug you?
No.
Where it's like you can't get to it?
Now that you say that.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't. Yeah. I like the way that it's convenient.
Yeah. Those boards, when I first saw them, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to get one. And then I'm like, whew, those are pretty expensive.
They are expensive.
They're really expensive.
I think Waggy also has those type of boards. I've seen, say it all the time, Rhett Shull has a board made by the dude from Vertex, Mason or whatever, built him a board where it's like a flat board, but it also has a level to where he does like a Strymon. He calls it the Strymon bridge. So like the Strifecta is up there. And then underneath he has a power supply and a couple pedals that he never changes. But I'm like, what if one of those pedals, like the knobs got knocked or something like that? And then you don't know until you're at a gig.
Yeah, you can't see it.
He has the ES8 or ES5 switcher. So what if you click on one of those, your drive pedals that's in the back, and it happens to be like,
yeah,
or it's like really low, or the fuzz is super high, and you're like,
that's why you check it, Brian.
How can I not get into the back underneath this? Because I have to get my little claw in to change the dial there. I don't know. That's just me thinking of like things that could go wrong. I think people put pedals under pedal boards.
Where they're like,
yeah, this is my always on pedal. But I guess that would be something, maybe just a buffer, I guess.
Yeah, or a tuner.
So you can't fucking see it.
Well, I mean,
no, I did see. People had tuners at NAMM. Their tuners were under boards.
Oh, but they had the screen that you could still see it.
I had to like kind of like detective work, and I saw that when I was playing, I could see some like dials going. I'm like, a tuner underneath there?
What's your 2020, dog?
I'm like, what is your deal?
Yeah, learn to experiment.
And so I was like trying to like, was able to tune underneath the board to see, because it was something was a little off. And at NAMM, like it's hard to tune by ear because everybody's just like, every blues lick. Anyway. I feel like we were gonna riff on that, but no. That's
me with the blues noises. I was like getting ready to crank. I'm like, you just stole my solo.
Shit. Yeah, I stepped on you. But okay, so things under pedal boards, I don't mind, but I just would never do that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So cable management.
Cable management is the thing where I like really like unnecessarily long cables. That bugs me. That does bug me.
You hide it at least.
Yeah, because where I see like like I said, like a 12 like inch or even a 2 foot long cable with a pedal that's right next to it. Like, come on! I understand that it's like, well, then when I had to buy another cable. But
okay,
Jesus
Godfather,
you gotta buy another. You come cable to me on the day of my band's gig with this cable.
Jesus Christ. Damn, I guess you can run with anything, it sounds like.
Yeah, give me a couple of these. What are we, Sapporos today?
Sapporos tonight.
Oh, it's because we were talking about anime.
Yeah, truly Canadian beer. I love it.
Yeah.
Nah, you taught me that. You're like, oh, it's Canadian.
Damn it. Fuck. I thought we were like getting into anime here.
Yeah.
Damn it. Getting all jazzed
Ontario.
up to watch.
It's actually made in Guelph.
Yeah.
Southampton's from Guelph.
Yeah.
Anyways, pedal boards. I got another one something that ticks me off. We played an outdoor show a while ago, and one of the guys had the dirtiest pedal board I've ever seen. It looked like he stored it in a barn, like next to a cow.
Just like shit particles.
It was like dirt, like fine dust over it. And these weren't just like Boss pedals, or there's like H9s. And he had like Strymons and Empress on there. He had like digital pedals,
like the cream of the crap.
Exactly. But they looked like they were 40 years old. Like he unearthed them in an archaeological dig.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
And I pointed out, I'm like, damn, those are fucking dirty.
Dirty as
an H9, like it's a white pedal, so you're gonna see dirt on it.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. That to me, okay, you said. Digital is not gonna like.
Yeah, digital does not like dirt.
No, So that's not going to work out well in the
dust
long run.
does not do well with like circuit boards and shit.
Yeah. And then like the fact that it's like dirty and grimy, they probably, I think they were like more of like a, bar band, party band. So some of that could be like, just like beer spillage and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it was so evenly coated. It looked like someone dusted it. Like, have you seen it when someone's fertilizing the lawn? They have that like crank thing.
Yeah.
It was like that with dirt. Like it was just like,
I never clean my pedals. I don't do a good job with that. I don't clean my guitars either.
I wipe them down every once in a while, but that's just when they get dirty. This is like beyond.
I only clean them for the gram.
Yeah.
To be honest, if I'm being honest, if I'm being honest,
Oinus Hemingway,
yeah,
or Christmas Oinus.
I can't. I don't know. I just don't clean my anything. Actually,
when we were at NAMM, every time Brian would go like take a picture at some of these like boutique booths, they'd like get in there and because Brian has like the really nice camera, they'd like get in there and wipe and clean it up.
Yeah, when we were at Schnobeltone, Roman, he's like, "Oh, here, let me take a quick picture." And like, I have a pretty nice camera on the iPhone 11 Pro. He's like, "Oh shit, hold on." He took his shirt and he's like, "Let me clean this up." He's like, "Dude, I mean, he's like, I do videos and stuff like that. I really don't want this head to have smudges and shit on it."
Yeah.
So he's like, "All right, try it again." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And I got in because I zoomed in really well and I could get like, it's a very clear picture. And he's like. Because the first one had all his smudges in his fingers, like shit. So he's cleaning it with his shirt. He's getting
zoom out.
Yeah, he gets on his hands and knees and he was cleaning it. I'm like,
dang.
But yeah, that was pretty funny. So it was like, yeah. So I guess dirty pedals, I usually don't mind. I guess, but in that instance, if they were really filthy, there's a band. I don't think they're around anymore. Our buddy of ours was playing drums for them. Retox. They were on Epitaph for a minute.
Yeah.
They did one album with them or something. Their guitarist, just his pedal board was cool, minimal, and his guitar was like beat to shit, covered in blood, duct tape, and just fucking shit. Like it was just like, well, I'm beating the shit out of my Strat. It was his Mexican Strat. He just beat the shit out of it. And then he had like a Marshall, beat up old Marshall cab too, and stuff like that. And his pedals were like, I don't know, a drive pedal, a whammy, carbon copy, and it was like they were just dirty as fuck because like they would like sweat all the time. They would like how like he would play so much that like like legit like I might bleed on my guitar, bleed on my pedal, spitting everywhere, beer everywhere, whatever. Which is people jumping on stage, jumping off stage, singing in the mics or whatever, punk shows, whatever. His carbon copy looked absolutely disgusting. Like you couldn't even tell that thing was sparkly green. It looked brown. Oof. And to me, I'm like, that might be a little too punk for me. That's one instance.
Ease it back.
So maybe I'll see if I can find the picture and then post it with this episode. But that's one for me.
Dang.
But I don't know. Do we really have a topic with that? Do we have anything to go with that?
No.
We're just batting around something. But you had maybe a little topic there, Kyle, that you were kind of threw my way. Give it to me.
I don't really know how to phrase it.
I think that's with my topic too. It's like today is just like conversation. It's not really like a topic.
Right.
What are we trying? What's the end game here?
I was thinking of like, I don't know. Probably came up Fender with their Ultra series. They have like some solo cuts and stuff on like some body shapes that on like a standard Telecaster, but now they have like right where your solo lead and stuff. Like what I don't even know what they call that cut now. I think about it. Is that what they call it?
Is it the?
It's right on the back of the neck.
The heel cut.
There you go, heel cut. Fuck.
Yeah. So that because you had played the Tele at
and so I was thinking like
Fender. Yeah,
it's a classic body, but they're just kind of tailoring it slightly. But like what cuts do you have to have on a guitar?
Or even just like on a
or
body.
What makes it like, oh shit, that's cool. Like what makes that even a bass? What makes that bass? Like I know there's certain cuts on like a jazz bass that are necessary, but you see it on an Aerodyne, you're like, ugh. Right?
I guess like certain contoured bodies.
There you
go.
Yeah,
you wouldn't want like super like slab like how a Tele is.
Yeah.
But I think I guess I haven't even. Most Teles are pretty like a slab body, kind of like the juniors of Les Pauls and stuff like that. They don't have like an arm contour.
Yeah.
Forearm cut. Is that cut contour?
Yeah, forearm contour. I think contour is probably a better word.
I like the forearm contour the most.
Yes.
Because I always hit my arm. I haven't recently, but it was like my forearm. I would just like the way I play. I always rub my arm against that on my.
You'd start to like scar up and bleed.
Yeah, I would like, or I would
so
rip.
Sick.
I would rip skin off on my forearm when we would play shows. So I would say that's probably my first and foremost. Like as far as like cutaways at the heel, I never get up.
You never get up there, yeah.
Like
it's cool to have it.
I think the highest I go is 14.
I thought you were 31. Boom.
Got him.
You're like, this guy's an idiot.
Got his ass. Got a lead on him. Boom. Got his ass.
Well, I have the heel contour on that Strat that I parted together.
Do you notice anything about that?
No, I'm not. Like you said, I'm not climbing up there. I'm not wailing on it.
Yeah. I mean, like compared to like a Strat or versus like a Les Paul or Tele, I never get the upper cutaway thing.
Yeah.
That's just a design, right? You would never use that?
I don't know. I think it adds, I guess from afar away, you don't really see it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it adds to playability.
But I mean, the contour of the heel, I know that's like not anything. I don't think you and I aren't the players for that. But as far as like
a shredder, fucking, I think it'd be completely necessary.
I always hear people talking about Teles that have the belly cut and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I never ever noticed that on guitars. I don't think because we don't sit our guitars that high. Yeah. I think that's the thing. That's the thing, man. That's the thing. And
that's
I'm like,
the move, fellas.
No, it's like the belly cut. I don't think it's literally a belly cut, but is it?
I mean, for some people play that high.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say most people probably play it that high.
Yeah, I guess.
And then depending on how big your belly is, you have to contour it a little more.
Yeah, like a big old gut there. Need a bigger cut there.
It's like there's no guitar left.
Yeah. I need an arch top. but
on
with
the
a belly cut.
Arch back.
Yeah. A contoured, like it's called convex kind of deal with your gut. This guitar was made for me.
Just playing a bowl.
Yeah. It's a bowl cut.
You're playing it like a tire rim. Just like completely.
So you can put your stomach in the hole.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, that's stupid.
God damn. On that Meteora, there's a belly cut on that, and then also forearm. But
yeah, I would say belly cut. I've never noticed like with that when people say like, oh yeah, sometimes Les Pauls or like SGs are uncomfortable or Teles are uncomfortable because they don't have a belly cut. Oh, but this Tele is more comfortable because of the belly cut. I'm like, the fuck? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like 4 Teles, I'm like,
well, I'm just thinking.
I never ever look at that or notice until like it was the Ultras that came out. It's like, we have these cuts and these cuts. I'm like,
yeah, it still has the same shape, right? But it has those cuts. And I'm thinking this whole time, we started off talking about modifying my Tele. I'm like, shit.
I don't even know if it has a belly cut.
It doesn't.
Okay.
Pretty sure, but I'm like, I could add one.
Why?
I don't know. Don't be mean.
You're like, you could easily fuck that up.
No, you just run a fucking sand. I could fuck that up.
Easily fuck that up. Like pretty bad. To where it's like this thing is now fucking worse. That's
Brian, you can see the future.
Easy way to fuck that guitar up.
No, I could do it.
Yeah.
You just they make sanders that are like it's like a rolling pin.
Yeah, but you don't have one of those.
Yeah, but I'm going to buy one.
I'll buy one.
Just for that, to fuck it up.
You stupid fuck.
I don't know. That's your favorite one? That's the one you have to have. You're saying
is the arm.
Is the arm one.
But I mean, it's not like I have to have it. I mean, I have guitars that don't. The SG is thin enough that it doesn't have one. It doesn't bug me.
But it has contour on it, right?
Yeah, but it's like so thin that it really doesn't even matter. It's not enough to where it's at the arm. But no, I mean, probably my basses are really comfortable. The P bass, jazz bass, because they have the arm cut.
Yeah.
And then Strat is actually really comfortable, but it got to a point where I put stickers over the part where my arm is, and I eventually had to
sand it away.
Strip those back. And then the paint was chipping at those parts because it's like that whatever, like the poly finish. So I ended up having to sand that down because it was like literally like cutting my arm. And so that's why like there's like this big like wood part, like bare wood on my Squire Strat, because I just basically sanded that down, and then all my oils kind of lubed it back up.
My oils.
My arm oils. And then my Les Paul is the one that you kind of like sanded
just rounded off the edge.
Yeah, they kind of like where my arm rests. And that's where like the biggest like paint, like I don't know,
where it's come off,
like rub off is all where my arm is. That's exactly where it is.
Would you ever paint those again or no?
No, there's no reason to.
If you did it, what if you had a different color you had in mind?
No, they're fine. They're exactly where they are now. I wanted to paint my Strat again, but you said no. And that makes sense. I don't think I would want to do that.
Yeah, well, someone's got to talk some fucking sense into
my
you.
red Strat, I was like, oh, I think it'd be kind of cool to paint it like green trade-off. Or like whatever.
I talk about contouring perfectly fine guitars.
And then I talk about like painting, like I guess like
no, because one, you wouldn't be painting.
Yeah, you'd paint it, and it would be like taking all the stickers off, taking all the paint off, and then it'd be like a whole different guitar. It wouldn't even be the same thing.
No,
which I think about it, I'm like, no, I should just leave it the way it is.
That's why we need each other. We talk each other off ledges.
Yeah,
you sure you want to do that? You're right.
What about those MXPX and Blink-182 stickers?
We're not that headstrong, I guess.
Headstrong.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Take you on.
Yeah. God damn it! I feel trapped.
Oh God. I think we're a little tired today, but I think we got a good epi out
of
the
the week. Usually,
dude, I've been like
fucking Friday.
It's Freaky Friday. Getting freaky in here. Okay. But let's get out of here. We're rambling, man. All right, we're going to head on out of here. But before we go, I just want to say thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you very much.
And if you like what you hear, you can follow along on social media. We have a Facebook group. Just search the Tone Jerks and you'll find the group. We have a page. You can like that. But we have an Instagram that you can follow. We're posting cool shit on the reg. Get involved with either one of those. And if you like what you hear, you guys can leave a review on iTunes. Hopefully 5 stars. But if you leave a review and it posts, we'll read it on the air. And if you really, really like what you hear, you can help support the show on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You can help support the show and keep the lights on over here. But for $2 a month, you get an extra episode every week. Oh yeah, you get that bonus content over there. There are over 100 bonus episodes, by the way. It's a lot. I'm just saying.
It surprises me every time I hear
I know,
that.
when I hear that, like Jesus Christ. That's 100 times we've done.
Us just fucking talking.
Yeah, it's a long time. Anyway,
shitty jokes.
No, they're great jokes. They're good jokes. For $2, you can hear all those jokes.
Yeah. God damn
it. Anyway, so just to thank you guys. We got a list of names, little listy list. Kyle's gonna read those names as a shout out. Kyle, give me those shout-outs.
We have Andrew Walsh, Adam Rohr, Doug King, Doug Gann, Doug Christ, Abe Newman, Michael Newman, Aaron Taylor. What do you think I was going to say?
Morning, Vietnam.
Abe Newman, Vietnam. Aaron Taylor, Nicholas Ogburn, Nicholas Payson, Colin Smith, Jason Fuzzmonger, Joe from Like My Pedals, Will and RJ from the Just Surprise Me podcast. That's it?
Yeah, that's fine. All right. This would be fun to edit.
You're going to keep this in. Joe from Like My Pedals, Will and RJ from the Just Surprise Me podcast.
Yeah, we totally didn't do that 4 times.
Fuck. I think these Sapporos are making us a little. Is it Sapporos or Sapporo?
I think I'll say Poro.
Sapporo. All right. Give me a little goofy.
Yep. That was so shitty. God damn.
That was like a cross between Goofy
and Woody Woodpecker.
Exactly.
No, it's Gorsh. I loved the Goofy movie.
It's cool.
I remember loving the shit out of that as a kid. And then seeing it, I haven't seen it as an adult, and I don't think I want to.
Yeah, just preserve it.
Yeah, because I doubt it holds up.
We have Rom.
Oh, yeah, we're still in the middle of this.
We're still in the middle of this. Rom Yorn, Jamie Davis, Jimmy B, Jim Bowers, Johnny Ray, Steve Mike, Steve Rao from the 60 Cycle Hum podcast, Kevin E. Quits from E. Quits Guitars, Co Schneider from the Flippin' Flippers podcast.
We really need to do like video podcasts because it looks like you're like struggling for your life to read these names. I'm like,
well, I can barely read, asshole. Brett Alexander.
We need to get,
and that's what you do like with my radio voice. It's like I'm another person, so I have to like transform into them. You know how hard that is?
Transformers. More than me, CI. More than me, Kyle. No.
No.
We need to use the Patreon to get you hooked on phonics.
God, my parent. We actually had that shit. We never used it. My parents.
Well, I could tell.
My parents bought like the box set that had all those fucking cassette tapes, and then the games, and like someone lost all the. It's like a real, like a game, like a board game that someone lost some pieces. It's like, how are we gonna play Sorry without all the yellow pieces?
Oh, you kids fuck everything up.
Yes,
oh God, all you people who have kids, goddamn, you guys probably.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Alvaro, Brett Alexander, Alvaro Viramontes. I don't want to miss anybody. Digger from Fatfoot Effects, Brian from Nutter Guitars, Leon from Pelican Noiseworks, Clark Griswold. See, I said it that time without laughing.
There you go.
I am maturing.
Yep.
As evidence in this whole.
He's now matured.
Yes. Sean Fahey, Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop, Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects, and Juan Ortiz from Tone Hungry Effects.
All right.
We made it through. That was a rough one.
Yeah, man, it's going to be fun to edit this.
Yeah.
All right. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.